Hey everybody, today we're going to refurbish one of the knuckles to the Mazda Demio. I ordered something from the Netherlands because they are impossible to get in Sweden right now. And the problem I have on my old one is that the knuckle is loose. This one isn't. It's nice and snug. And I scraped every dirt and gravel and rust parts off as much as possible and clean it up with a hose, and hopefully that's gonna be a good swap. It looks like the pin bolts looks good, there's no dings or anything, so the bolts will fit. And I also tested everything out with the turning. Now it's stuck because it's been here in the cold, so I'm gonna try to turn it later on. But what I wanted to address here is that how you refurbish, and I use this term very lightly, is always to use hammer finish. And the hammer finish is going to be applied on the shield only, not on the knuckle. So the brace holding the knuckle as well, the whole bracket here, needs to be painted. And the shield has seen better times, as we can see on the rusted parts, which is cracking and showing right through. So what we're gonna do is to actually bend that thing off and probably maybe make a incision here to remove this whole part, or maybe just this part, we'll see. And I'm just going to use a normal ply for this. It looks like this. And just start bending off the parts that aren't necessary. And you can go a little like how you want. It doesn't really matter. You're going to follow your instincts here and do something like this. And remove those parts you know that they are rusted up. You're going to apply paint over this part. You can also hammer it down to make it unsharp, so it's more smooth. This lip over here is pretty much unnecessary. It's actually the back part here that protects the disc from all the elements you encounter on the road. So go crazy and just, start cutting off all the unnecessary parts that are just rusted up or hollow, as you can see here, and start painting. So after a lot of mending with a hammer and the plier, you get this result. So I cut off the uppermost part, try to follow some kind of a circle. It's gonna look better when it's painted, and still have a lot of bit portion here of the original shield and even the lip. Just cut it off there for good measure. So now onward to the paint. And here we go, here is the finished project. As you can see here, everything is turning like it's supposed to. It was a bit stuck after all the rust buildup, I guess, from when I was washing it, and it sat some rust in between the bearings here. I guess the wheel bearing may be bad. We'll see what the mechanic says. I think it sounds pretty good. And I use my usual tools, as I always do, to lubricate with the X1R HTC. Always does the trick. And to loosen everything up before or after you sprayed, if it was still stuck, which it was in my case, I took a metal pipe like this, set it in between the studs, and hammered with a hammer on each side until it started to move on its own again. So it's pretty easy to fix that pretty quick. Took about maybe 5 minutes at max with some lubrication. And now it's ready for installation. Not a bad job, if I would say so myself. To be continued.